So when people hear the term cannabis, they immediately think about smoking a joint, etc., which is very, very different from what we're discussing. So THC is the component that causes the psychoactive part of your brain when you're taking marijuana, which is not in medical marijuana. So people need to understand this is not to get you high. It's not to take you to another place. That is all removed from it. So what's it done for you, Joey?
Well, originally I developed seizures late in life, which may be contributed from all the concussions I've had. I've had probably over 20, 30 concussions during my footy career. So I was reading up on it, and I had the last big seizure I was on holidays up the coast. And
if you don't mind me asking, what happens when you have a seizure, if that's not too much of a personal question?
Well, you go into this dreamlike state, which they call an aura. Now, for me, it's sort of hard to explain. I get a bit anxious about it because I don't know, it takes me like a deja vu somewhere where I've been before, but I can't describe what it is. And there's sort of three elements for it. I can feel it coming on, and then it comes up my body, and then I go into this altered state, which I think only lasts for 2 or 3 seconds, but sometimes it can last for 30, 40 seconds.
Is it scary?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had the big last seizure. This would have been 4 years ago.
Right.
And there was a doctor, Dr. James Stewart, got in contact with me about it. Now, I'd have already been reading up on it, and he spoke to me about it, and he prescribed me some medicinal cannabis. Now, I take traditional medication for it too. So I went and saw the professor who I see in Newcastle, Professor Chris Levi, another doctor up there, Dr. Gardner, and they specialised in head traumas from concussions. And they said to me, look, it won't hurt. Give it a shot. So I've given it a shot. Whether it works or not from the seizures, I don't know. I haven't had a seizure since. But that's probably because of the traditional medicine. But for me, within 18 months, I'm a keen surfer. So if I surf, sometimes I surf two-hour sessions a day. The next day, I've had my neck fused. So the next day, I can hardly move. So I lived on anti-inflammatories pretty much 20, 25 years. Then all sorts of dramas about ulcers and everything. Since I started taking the CBD, the medicinal cannabis, I haven't hardly had an anti-inflammatory. I can surf. I'm back in the gym. And the last 12 months, I can run again. I've hardly been able to run in 10 years. The anti-inflammatory qualities, the pain relief, for me, the concentration, being able to sleep. I'm a restless soul. I can't sit still. It calms me down. It's been an absolute game changer, and I've got my life back. I've got a 13-year-old boy who loves footy, so I can go to the park and kick the footy and run around with him. I can't describe how happy that makes me.
I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. How do you? What's the process of taking it? Is it a drop? How do you actually take it, and what form does it come in, Joey?
Just in an oil. I just put it under my tongue in the morning. I got some in the morning I take, and there's some at night with a tiny bit of THC in it, which then relaxes me, which then relaxes the muscles around certain areas where I've had trauma, around my neck and back especially. And it's just, I've got my life back. I'm able to exercise. Just the sense of well-being I had is hard to describe.
Mental health is such an important part of the modern world. I was speaking to the last guest on this show, James Hird, a very well-known AFL player, and he talks about how his day is set up by exercise. And I feel the same. If I've exercised, which I have this morning, I live down the coast, and I've actually been for a surf this morning. All is well with the world. I can tackle the day. So yep. I can only imagine when you can't do those things, when you've lived such a physical life, it must really weigh on you, Joey.
Well, it just destroyed me. Especially when I had my neck fused.
Why'd you have to get your neck fused?
I retired because I hurt my neck. I had 3 bulging discs.
From an incident or from constant?
Just over time, continually getting smashed. So I retired because of that. Then I had another incident 3 years after I retired, so around 2009, 2010, where I re-injured it. Now my whole right arm went numb. Couldn't move my right arm. I was just in agony and pain. So that was for a couple of months. Eventually I got in, got it fused. And there was a fairly long recovery. So during that time, I couldn't train, I couldn't surf, I couldn't do anything. And I was in constant pain, taking all these painkillers. I'm living like a zombie. I don't know what's reality and what's a dream or where I've been.
Jeez.
So for me, not being able to surf and train, it's without doubt probably the worst time of my life for that, probably 12 months.
And now that you're able to train again, like, do you go to the gym and now go for a surf, and it just must fill you with joy that you're back in business?
Well, it gets me to bed earlier.
Yeah.
And, during that time, my head's not caving in, so I'm not self-medicating, which, I've got a very addictive personality, which, if I can channel that into my rugby league or staying healthy, then I'm on the good route. I go down the other way and channel it to the dark areas, and life falls apart. So for me, exercise is just, can't describe how important it is, and being able to surf, being able to run, being outdoors, burning off this excess energy I have.
And how long after you started taking the medicinal cannabis does it kick in, Joey, where you start to feel like you can do things? Is it immediate? Is it a month? How long does it take?
I reckon it was a couple of months. Now, I read the story about Lauren Jackson. That's the one also that sort of hit me about. She retired from the NBAW, was it?
WNBA and WNBL, yep.
Started it and started playing socially, and then started training, and now back playing for Australia. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But, for me, I'd say to, especially the older people I speak to, I spoke to my dad about it. He's got arthritis. He played footy and was a coal miner and everything like that. And it's, I'm not taking dope. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking this. It was like, well, this plant, for whatever reason, was put on this earth. But unfortunately, us humans has abused it over time, which has got this stigma involved with it. Or do you want to live on, things that are made in a laboratory, certain pills and this sort of thing? I read it recently when I live in Newton-John. She was a big advocate for it. And she called it the miracle plant. What she went through, only she had cancer for a couple of decades. It's, as I said, for me, it's been such a life-changing thing.
So if people are interested in this and they're listening to what Joey is saying, you can see a doctor if you're interested in medicinal cannabis to deal with chronic pain or anxiety or poor sleep. It's legal, so go and see your doctor if you think it can help. Hey guys, Howie here. Thank you so much for watching the Howie Games YouTube channel. We appreciate your support. Now, if you want to hear the full podcast, you can just click on the link directly below. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which would be fantastic, bang, click right there. And if you want to see more clips, highlights and updates from the Howie Games, just go that way. Thanks so much. As always, take it easy. And peace and love.